A late Morgan Geekie goal got the Bruins a crucial point tonight, but ultimately they fall to the Anaheim Ducks 3-2 in sudden death overtime. Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Dale Arnold, Geekie Marvin, Barry Peterson with you. We said in the second intermission they had to find a way to get a point. Well, they did that. I got greedy and wanted the second one, but they did get one.
They got 1 point. They didn't come out on fire. Anaheim did, but they came back. This building was rocking. However, the thing that came back to bite them, over pursuit of the puck on all three goals. Just not taking a look over your shoulder and realizing, hey, that's not my person. My person's behind me. Or in the Loride case, it's more outside to the left of me. And so that, to me, was what did in this game, just the over pursuit of the puck.
Yeah, lack of the defensive coverage, communication. Two guys going to one player, all of a sudden now you leave somebody open behind you. I think if you have to look back at kind of where they got themselves in trouble was the first period. And I think that last goal, that first period, Vatrano with 38 seconds left to go, and they gave them a 2-0 lead. And then they had another opportunity with about 9 seconds left. They could have made it 3-0. That little spell in there, I think, and with the lack of offense, the rest of the game really kind of did you in. You kind of felt like the Zaka line was going to get more offense. I mean, Geekie had, or more goals, because Geekie had 5 shots. Pasta had 3 shots. They had all kinds of opportunities. Zaka didn't maybe contribute on the offensive side. He was exceptionally good defensively.
Well, to Geekie's point about the over pursuit of the puck, let's take a look at the game-winning goal in sudden death overtime by Leo Carlsson.
Yeah, the puck just moves from right to left center, and two Bruins players go to the wall. And in doing that, it pulls them out of positions. Notice this, both slam on their brakes, and now they're over pursuing the other way. Heads are where they're facing the puck. That means there's a wide open Leo Carlsson backdoor that has no one pressuring him. Charlie Coyle, all he can do is basically try to play Jeremy Swayman. And I mean, it's just a tough thing to do when you overcompensate one way.
Yeah, and it's been one of the major problems all year long defensively in their own end, is that when they get sustained pressure against them and they can feel themselves back on their heels, they try and do too much. You know, not having, okay, you have this guy, I'll take this. Instead, they both go to the puck carrier, and it costs them every time.
Well, in a tight sudden death overtime period, the Bruins certainly had their opportunities. The guy who tied the game, Morgan Geekie, almost ended the game in sudden death as well.
Beautiful cross drop pass by Zaka, and he comes in and just is able to shoot. And Loride taking advantage, his speed. I mean, he's never one to shy away from an offensive chance. And so, I mean, another big defenseman coming in. I would have liked him to shoot as well as Brick said, but he ends up dishing it to the middle of the ice.
Yeah, these are the overall chances the Bruins had in this overtime period as the defense are jumping into play. Zadorov, and we're seeing Loride, because again, you don't have Lindholm, you don't have McAvoy. You're going to need those guys to pick that part of the game up for you.
Bruins were playing this game without Charlie McAvoy, who was injured in the Four Nations face-off tournament that concluded here on Thursday night. Well, Bruins fans had to hold their breath because in the third period, we thought that there was a chance you weren't going to see Brad Marchand play the rest of this game.
He loses his edge right here, which looks like he's going to be able to kind of brace himself, but as he does, his head goes in the back. And he bangs it. When he comes off, he just looked really woozy, and he went down the hallway and runway, and you're not sure if he was the spotter pulled him or the trainer just said, no, let's go take a look. And then he comes back out shortly thereafter, and you're going, okay, he looks pretty good here. He's looking up the clock, get the chin strap on, I got to get out there. And, of course, it was important, Gigi, for him to return because he gets an assist on this goal.
He does. I mean, what does he do so well at? Puck retrieval. Goes in the corner, gets the puck, able to move the puck to his teammates, and just around the horn finds the puck in the back of the net after that.
Bruins pulled the goaltender. They got the extra attacker on, and as you guys said, it was Brad Marchand that helped set up Morgan Geekie for the game-tying goal.
Yeah, the puck comes from behind the goal line up to the top, and I love this. Looks like he's going to shoot. Instead, goes off his back side, so opens his hips up, pushes the puck back across the Geekie, and again, no dust, just rips it.
Yeah, and you're sitting here looking at a good job there as he's able to get his hands up. Geekie's able to get it, keeps control of the puck. He finds the open seam. Now he stays over there. As Loride moves to his right, he stays over on his forehand side there. Geekie does it. He just rips it. And we're seeing down below Lindholm, who gets called originally for goalie interference. And on the replay, I didn't really think there was. I thought he, as the guys were talking about, he gave Dostal plenty of time to get reset. He was good screen in front, though.
The call on the ice was no goal.
Yep.
Goaltender interference. They went to a replay. The call in Toronto was that despite this hit right there, he got out of the way, gave Dostal enough time to make the save, and he failed to do so.
100%. I mean, there's one step, two step. Both skates are at least a foot outside of the blue paint. And so there's no impeding the goaltender. And I think that was a right call for them to go upstairs and take another look at it.
Yeah, it was. I think the key part is the reset. Okay, right there's contact. Okay, but now you're looking over. You got time to get set. And all of a sudden, they challenged it. And review in Toronto, like we always agree with them. Right, Dale? We always agree with Toronto, correct?
Yeah, always, or nearly always.
Yeah, there you
maybe
go.
Hardly ever.
Okay.
All right, let's go back to Barry's point about the first period and how this thing started, because Trevor Zegras got things going for Anaheim.
He did. Pasta tries to pull the puck through the defenseman's legs, unable to do that. But the key here, Mason Lowright jumps in when there's not a pinch to make, and a tic-tac-toe able to bury it for Zegras to start this off for the 1-0 goal.
Right there's his read. He comes all the way across the ice. That's one of those situations as a young defenseman. You have to learn, okay, I'm in a bad outnumbered situation, but I got to stay in my lane here and basically make this a 3-on-2 instead of a 3-on-1. It's a tic-tac-toe. And you go, okay, you're down 1-0. There's just over two and a half minutes left to go. Okay, let's try and get out of this thing.
That goal came with 2:33 remaining in the period. Bruins trailed 1-0. The problem here, from the Bruins' perspective, is that in the final minute of the period, former Bruin Frank Vatrano made it a 2-0 game, Barry.
Yeah, and again, that's a situation where, okay, if you get out of here with one, you're fine. But now all of a sudden, the Bruins, you're getting guys running around. There's 1-2 guys going again, and you see a pass from Gudas all the way down to Frank Vatrano all by himself. And again, 38 seconds left. If you could have got out of this period down only 1 instead of 2, obviously would have changed the complexity.
100%. And, I mean, Gudas' eyes are up the whole time. He sees that. He sees the lack of coverage. He notices he's getting the puck from his defensive partner, and you bet he sees that 2 Bruins are on the point. So what does that mean? Obviously, someone is going to be open down low.
Star of the game presented by Subaru of New England. Fall in love with a brand new Subaru. And our star of the game, several candidates, former Bruin Frank Vatrano. Last 9 games, 6 goals and an assist for 7 points and a +4. Tonight he had his 17th goal of the season and played to a +1 rating.